everyone. This is Inara Jamani. Dentistry is not only about to treat your patients, it's about to improve each day even better than those who are in your field and who are working with you. Whether you choose to continue practicing or you want to teach dental students in any college or any institution, you need improvement. Dentistry is a field of medicine that has evolved so much until now, and it has proved itself to be way better than before. For example, CAT scan, digital x-rays, lasers, and much more. What we as dental students and graduates should do is join our hands together and learn together so that we can get maximum results as a best practitioners. So for that, I have started a dental journey where I'll video sessions, some great speakers in which you can ask questions from them. I am videoing something like in which I will have house officers, dental graduates, some dental students, and even those who are doing so much well in this field. What we do is we collect some questions every week, which you want to answer or what you want to get answers of that from our dentist speakers from all over the world. So, without any further delay, let's move forward. I am so much excited to introduce our speaker today, Miss Dr. Ghaznia Khan. Welcome, Ghaznia.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. How are you?
Walaikum salam. Ghaznia, would you like to introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes. So my name's Ghaznia Khan. I was born in Pakistan. I was actually born in Karachi. And then we moved to Canada when I was about 2, where I pursued, all my education, my, elementary and high school and all of that. And then I went to dental school in Toronto. Shortly after, I got married and I moved to the US. So my work experience has actually entirely been in the US.
Thank you so much, Ghaznia. I really appreciate that you are giving us time and effort, and you will be sharing your experiences with us throughout the session. So let's move forward. It's just about the love and passion for us towards dentistry that drags us to do something different. So let's start with a question that we received this week. Most of the students, after their graduation, plans to continue dentistry in USA, Canada, or in UK. So, what are some requirements of test or some degrees to achieve in these areas, like in USA or in Canada?
Absolutely. So in the US, you would do the TOEFL, which is kind of the English language test, and you would do the INDBE, I believe. Yes. And so that is a certification for international dentists. So that's one path. The second path would be to pursue a residency. So you would apply to residencies in different states and do a master's in dentistry. So that could be a specialization in research or a specialization in, prosthodontics, oral surgery, periodontics, all of that. And then the last option, which is pretty much the only option is Canada, is to redo dental school. So it becomes a 3-year program instead of a 4-year program. And you have to give some admission tests in Canada, but you would basically be applying to a foreign dental school. I will tell you, Canada is much, much more competitive than the United States. So you will have way better chances of doing this if you pursue the paths in United States instead.
All right, you mean Canada is much more better than in opportunities in dentistry?
No, it is very limited to get into those dental schools. So Canada only has 5 or 6 dental schools for the whole country. whereas America has almost 500 dental schools. So the ability to get into a residency or the ability to get into dental school and challenge the boards in Canada is more difficult.
All right, but you did your dental school there, so I believe that is why you moved to USA, just because the opportunities are much way better than Canada or something
Yeah,
else.
well, I moved for personal reasons. I had my husband was getting a job in the US, so I didn't. Once you have pursued dental school, it doesn't really matter. The opportunities are pretty good in both countries, but to get into dentistry and to find jobs is harder in Canada than it is in the US.
All right, thank you so much. So our next question that we received this week is, Ghaznia, as we know, growth and progress are some things that should not be stopped by any way. So, if someone is doing their residency, or even they have completed their residency, but still want to polish their skills throughout the journey of dentistry, and now, for example, if he or she is doing masters or something, but still she needs some improvement. So, what are the ways to polish?
Yes, so I think there's a couple of ways. I think number one is to continue with courses. So even as general dentists, we have a lot of leeway, right? We can do a lot of different procedures. We can do surgeries, we can do, implants, we can do cosmetic cases. So the biggest thing to do is to search for those courses that give you those specialized skills as a general dentist in your area and pursue those courses. Pick one or two courses a year, right? So, for example, I started with an Invisalign certification. That was my very first continuing education course that I took. My second path was basically doing courses in some root canals because I wanted to get better in root canals. And then the third thing that I pursued within my first 2 years of working was implants. So I did surgical training in implants, and all of my training was in the US, but I know there's plenty of courses in Pakistan as well. So I would say, don't just define dentistry as what you learned in school, because it is so limited, and it's also going to really limit your income potential. So my encouragement would be to get trained so you can offer a variety of procedures as well as more detailed and more complicated procedures to improve that income potential.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely right. We should not stop our progress by like focus on just one thing, or even we bound dentistry so much. Like if we do periodontology, we bound it to, like, it's like that. So next question from you is, most of the house officers, especially the residents in dentistry, uh, while doing their health job, cannot focus on any one career path. Like if we are seeing periodontology, so it's good, and if we are doing surgery, like we as a dental student or graduate, like everything we see in dentistry, but we need to focus on one thing that we love, anything that we want to do after BDS or after our residency, or even we have to choose it for our master's program. How can we focus on any one career path during house job duration?
I think the biggest thing to do is talk to people in that field. So if you are interested in oral surgery, right, reach out to oral surgeons in your house job, or if you know anybody in hospitals, and talk to them, and don't only discuss, okay, what is it like to be an oral surgeon. Talk about income, talk about work life balance, talk about how is life like in that career. Are they having difficulty? Because any good dentist will tell you, listen, this is too difficult, or this is not worth it, or so I think for me, every decision I've made has been talking to people. Even choosing dentistry was going and speaking to a dentist first, working in his clinic for a few days, and then deciding, okay, can I do this for the rest of my life? Because it's not just the professional aspect you have to deal with, you have to deal with all the personal aspects of that career as well.
Yeah, exactly. We as new graduates always wanted someone to guide us, to help us what should be chosen by us. Yeah, and it's like you will get your path as soon as you practice your residency. It's like that. Any one advice, doctor, which you want to give to our new graduates?
My advice would be, don't do something, it's good to do something you're interested in, but make sure it makes sense, right? So, I mean, you can say, okay, I want to do dental research for the rest of my life, but no, the income potential is very limited in dental research, right? So, my advice is to find a mentor, find somebody that is in your area that has been more established than you, maybe, 5 or 10 years of work experience, and talk to them about what your next step should be. And I think in Pakistan, we have to be more open to mentoring too, right? We have to be more open to guiding our new graduates. And I know that's why I started my Instagram page, is to guide people in the US that are new doctors that are just struggling, right? Like they're figuring out, okay, where do I work? How much should I get paid? What should I do? How should I make a resume? So I guide people on all of those things. And I think, in Pakistan, we should have that as well. Especially as women, I think we should have women mentors as well, because our challenges are so different than men. So, I think talking to people is the best thing to learn from their experience, is to learn from decades. Right? We don't have decades, we won't have decades right away. So to learn from their experience is to really, learn from all of their decades worth of work. And sometimes they'll tell you this is not worth it or that is not worth it, and listen to what they're saying.
Yeah, that's why I started this career guidance video, so that I, literally, I have a feeling I should help dental graduates. Even I am a recent graduate. I have not done my residency yet, but still I feel like we should help each other and learn together, and listen experiences of our fellow dentists. Thank you so much, doctor, for not only your time and the experiences you shared with us. I really, really appreciate your efforts towards dentistry. Even your Instagram page is so much appealing for us, and I hope you will be with us throughout this journey. Uh, let's uh, let's thank everyone who have watched us today, and be with us throughout the video sessions and learn with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Inara. I appreciate you setting this up. And thank you, everyone. If you have any other questions, DM me or reach out to me directly, and I'll be glad to help.
Ghaznia, can you please share your Instagram account with our viewers?
Yes, it is Dr. Khan. And it is, I know there's lots of Dr. Khans, but it's the one that says dentist. So Dr. Khan, and then in brackets, dentist.
And to differentiate from others, it's dentist mom, so you can differentiate it from others.
And my
Yeah.
daughter's name is
Thank
Anara. That's why I took this interview, because I was not accepting interviews right now. I'm so busy, but I was like, okay, Anara is asking me, so I have to say yes.
oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you so much. Okay, Ghaznia,
Thank you,
we
Anara.
will be together throughout this journey. I hope it helps. I hope it will help and guide people around the world. Thank you so much, Ghaznia, once again.
Thank you. Have a great day, you guys. Bye bye.